Hello, welcome back to John and
Two.
Blake Peace Rock
Blake
2.
Teacheroo. God.
Okay, so we just rebooted our computer after installing the repo and Aruko. So now we're gonna wait. We're recording, right? Okay, cool. All right. OBS closed. All right.
Share
Um,
screen.
share screen. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, Blake. Sorry, Blake. All right. I need to share my screen with Blake so that he can see what I'm doing and he can correct my
Important
mistakes.
stuff.
All right. So reopen GitLab. So open up Firefox. Click on GitLab. Sign in / register. Okay.
Type in John's password.
Type in John's username, password, and social.
You are
Um,
now John.
you're now John. Go to projects, your projects, and then choose RL Workspace. You won't be a maintainer probably. You'll probably see like a developer or something. So
Yeah.
we want to make sure we're in the master branch. Scroll down. I think we were on
We were at the build.
build. So step 6 of setup. You can click that or just scroll down to build. It's like
Potentially the number may change.
yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna
Right.
open up a terminal. Control Alt T, and then I'm gonna half screen for funsies. All right. So now you can see we're in our virtual environment. I'm gonna go into RL. Oh, boop, 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 boop. Yes. This is what happens when you never learn to type as a kid, and you have to do it later in life as a boomer. All right. So now we're going to want to just run this. Okay.
No.
So no.
Nope.
Am I
Read the
uh, am I missing something?
Well, just remember, if you read the note here, it says to replace, in this line, you want to make sure to replace that path to all workspace with your actual folder path.
Okay. Yes. So you want to make sure you copy this. Yes. Control Shift V.
Yeah.
If you did what we did,
Do, yeah.
then
Put it in the home
you
directory.
just want to get rid of this and just put a tilde right here,
And that will work.
and that will work. If you follow the same instruction as we are, and you can see this is the same folder that we're in right now. See,
Yeah.
tilde RL Workspace, tilde RL Workspace. You could do this setup somewhere else, but it's simpler to just leave it in the home.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so make sure you don't, okay, emphasize, delete this path too. I almost did that because, I see a copy paste and I just like to copy
Make
paste.
sure
Yes.
Make sure if you're reading the README, make sure you read the README.
Which is an issue because I can't read, but alright,
I
hit
can't
enter.
read.
Alright, and then you want to type bash, and that'll basically just rerun the bash with this command. Okay?
And now you should have a variable called RL Workspace that contains the folder for your.
Yeah, we can show you. We can just type nano
If you do,
snapshot bash.
you can also, yeah, I mean, you can also do echo money RL underscore workspace. That would show the actual variable activated.
Yeah, this is the .bashrc that we're writing a lot of these things to, and you can see
Yeah.
that the command that we just did, this one with tilde instead of path2, is here now. Yeah, but
Yeah.
don't change anything here. Okay, I controlled X to get out of that. All right, so now we get to build, and it's pretty easy. You just copy this. If you're inside RL Workspace, you just run this. If you're outside, you do. Well, I'll show you. So like we're inside, so I'm just gonna run this command, and it's gonna build. Do 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 do.
And hopefully it will not fail.
And hopefully it won't fail. I mean, like, fingers crossed. Sometimes it fails, and you're not happy, and
Yeah.
you gotta fix some of your
Sometimes
packages.
you realize, oh wow,
And
you
then,
forgot
and then
something.
yeah, it fails.
Or
You drop out of college. You reconsider your life
yeah,
choices. The usual.
you realize CS is not for me. I
Yes.
mean, JK, CS is not that bad.
Yeah. But electrical engineering is even less not bad. Okay. All right. You'll get a lot of scary messages like this. But don't worry. As long as it's not red and it doesn't say the words "failed," then you haven't failed. This is
Those
like
are just
this is
warnings
like
about things
it's like getting a
you
C
should
in a
not be
class.
doing.
Okay. C's get degrees. Okay. Okay. Yes, we love to see finished. We're at behavior trees. This is like, okay, we got gazebo plugin and behavior trees are like the two that normally misbehave. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, anything that deals with C++ files, those are the ones that are usually going to misbehave a lot of time.
Okay.
Which is both of those.
Yeah, it's this is the first build, so it's gonna take a while. After you do this initial one, it'll take less and less time, because it'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I already built this. Yeah. You want to whenever you alter commands or directories, or you all alter like files or directories inside, then you're gonna want to run this again. Okay, yay! It finished, and there were no errors.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you have a build and you get build errors when you run this command, look at the output files, see if you can debug the errors. If not, then you can message us and we'll try and help you out. Okay. But,
Always look at the red errors, just because the red errors will usually tell you a specific line in a specific file. So it will tell you where it is failing, usually.
Yeah, maybe you
So
didn't.
make sure you look.
Yeah, maybe like you saw us, we forgot. I mistyped my password in one of the Git downloads. Maybe you did that and didn't realize, and then you'll see an error for that specific one that you didn't download. Then you just go in there and run that update recurse at the bottom. So at the bottom of this README, we have some like error commands. You could just go in there and try and fix it, or you can message us, or you can try and fix it, and then
That's
if
a true
nothing works,
meeting.
yeah, yeah, come to a meeting and we'll help your problems. So like I said, we ran this build command, but if we're outside, so if we're in the home directory, we would just run /rl/build workspace. So we would run this.
Yeah.
And it would go through.
It's always relative.
Yeah. You see how fast?
It's always relative to your position.
Yeah. It ran super fast because I just built it and there was nothing else to do. Okay. So now we finished the build, and we're gonna want to run. So we're gonna want to go inside, and a very important command to remember is this source setup.sh. This command basically is it tells your computer where everything is. Basically, it initializes like file locations inside of this workspace. So if you ever are trying to run a ROS2 command, you want to run this first. So source setup.sh, and then we're going to run a simple example, and it should launch everything, hopefully. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to copy paste this command, and it's going to go, and hopefully it doesn't break. So you see it opened Gazebo right here. This is the Gazebo environment, and it's going to take a second, and it might, when you first run it, it might fail because it needs to go through a lot of things and set it up for the first time. You see like this 70 something out of 765, and it's gonna choke. So this is good. If you get this, you're in the right spot. You're in the right place because you see, you'll see like green and a runway, and you'll see a drone if it worked well. If you have issues like it's just an empty space, like you don't see green, you don't see a runway, or you don't see a drone, then you probably have some install issue, which is unfortunate. And typically when you have that kind of stuff, it's just you wrote like wrong file locations into the .bash rc, and you might want to go back and look at those and make sure you did that right.
Yeah. So this build thing going on right now, that's building the 765 things, this will only happen once the first time you do it. So every other time it will be easy going.
Yeah. I'll show you this again. Does this guy? Oh, this just launches it. Okay, this doesn't make it fly around, right?
Yeah, it does not make it fly around.
Okay.
You have to go down and look at either.
This one?
Use do the ROS2 run command there. Yeah. The go to static action.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So we'll show you like a simple command to run a file that will make this drone fly, which will complete our setup process. But we're just waiting for this all to compile right now.
Yep.
And it might time out. That's the one thing that might happen here. Which
it'll probably
time out because this Gazebo guy is kind of impatient, and this guy's got a lot to go. I have a pretty alright computer, but yours will probably go a little slower than mine. If it's like a laptop especially. And yeah.
It's only a one-time thing though, so.
Yeah. When you get to this step, if you have like, if this guy pops up, and you see like everything, and then you get like this going, if you error out, try and run it again, and it might
Yeah.
go. But okay, so I didn't run into that issue, and it didn't time out for me.
So you'll see it is initializing the gyro and it's doing all that stuff. We're just gonna wait for the vehicle to initialize. Once the vehicle has initialized, that's when we actually want to run the command. That's important just because the vehicle will not be able to receive any commands until then.
Yeah. This terminal will pop up when you run it. It's very crucial. You do not delete this guy. Well, I mean, you'll just have to rerun the command.
Yeah.
So if you want to just minimize this guy, you'll see it's like
This
new
is
connection on serial port 2 and like all these weird like out and stuff. Don't delete it. It'll cause issues with this whole simulation. All right. And then another thing you want to wait for is you'll see here it was these lines basic drone 4 waiting for vehicle to initialize dot dot dot. If you want to run a command to like fly the drone, you have to wait for this guy to settle down. Like you see initialization successful, that means that we're good. So battery flight 100%. So we're ready to rumble. I'm going to show you.
this means
This means that we're all good. I'm going to show you how to close it first, and then we're going to reopen it and then run a command. So if you want to close this, you could X out of all these things, but the best way to close it is to select this terminal here and just press Control C a bunch of times to close everything.
we do not recommend Xing out yourself out of the terminal just because it could cause some issues with the gazebo and having like gazebo leaving some stuff still running.
Yeah.
So always do Control C. Always do Control C.
If you're trying to launch it, like you're trying to run this command and it doesn't, like you get like weird gazebo errors. A good command to remember is kill all GZ server.
Yeah.
And that if you X out, there's a chance that some gazebo processes remain open, and they'll stop you from reopening the simulation.
Sometimes gazebo just
yeah.
doesn't want to stop.
Yeah.
Gazebo's weird. It doesn't want to die.
But
it doesn't want to die.
This command is useful for if you run into that issue.
Yep.
But so we don't have to, but I'm just gonna source again, and then I'm gonna run this ROS2 launch. What this command is doing is it's like, okay, we want to run ROS2. Okay, we want to launch something. Then it's going into the companion computing repo, and then it's running our launch file startvehicles.launch.py. Okay, that's just.
This is all fancy stuff with how Ross actually knows where things are.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we got this guy again. I'm gonna put him to the side. We got the other terminal. I'm gonna minimize him because he's important. So now it's running through the initialization. You see how fast it's a lot faster now. It didn't have to go through the entire compile. Yeah. Now we're just waiting for the vehicle to initialize.
Vehicle initialization always takes like a minute.
Yeah.
So be patient.
Oh wait, Blake, you're not up. I'm sorry, you didn't see Blake this entire time.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I think you were minimized.
John has betrayed me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we're waiting for the vehicle to initialize. They just have to look at me. Okay, yay. So we see initialization successful. Okie dokie. So now we want to we're going to open up a new tab in the terminal. So we're going to press Control, Shift, and T to open up a new tab. So you see we can click back, and now we have another guy. Don't X out. And we're still in RL workspace. So you want to, if you were in like somewhere random, you want to CD into the RL workspace, make sure you're here. And then you're going to want to, we're going to run this guy. So this is like a simple go-to to make sure that your drone can fly. So we're going to source first, which is very important. And then we're going to run this command. So ROS2 run. It's not a launch file, so we're just running a single file. Because, yeah, I think Michael and Anurag are going to talk about launch files. But yeah, so we're just going to run this, and it should take off. Oh, we want to look at Gazebo. Oh no, we missed it. But it took off. It's a little laggy because I have OBS running. But you'll see it's flying. So this is our guy.
And so it moved to a place. That's just weird. I've never seen that error in my life, but it did the thing. It successfully finished. That's the important thing.
Okay.
Success
Yeah.
status.
And then you can like run yeah. Yeah, you can run like specific
That's
ROS2
not.
commands too, right? What is it? ROS2 is it service call? Is it
Rust 2,
call
it's
service?
Rust 2 actually. You
ROS
can look at the.
Yeah, I can't.
There's another part in the read. In the README, I have a part in the
Yeah,
README.
is land an action?
There's if you look in the README, there's the arm takeoff at the bottom there. You can see send goal. Manually calling at call
yeah.
actions.
Sorry,
Also,
I'm used to the old way we did this. Drone 0 / is it land or landing?
land.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep, it's land.
Do I think it's empty, so I should just be able to call it, right?
You have to space and fill in the message still.
Uh,
So space tab. What tab does, just so you guys know, it will auto complete it if there's an option usually. You also have to do the last part, which is having the actual message filled in, the empty message.
what are these? Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that worked.
Okay.
That'll work.
And then that should land the drone. Yep. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close the simulation and open again, and I'll show you some more. Yeah, if you see this, it means a process is running, and you can't type in another command on top of it.
So you gotta wait for it to land, and once it lands, it should accept the goal and stop that command.
Yep. See, succeeded,
Yeah.
and we're landed. It's a little laggy again, and this is a really cool thing that our CAD guys did. So this is the actual this is the drone we call the Frog V2, and this is the actual CAD model we imported into our gazebo.
Yeah.
I think this won't work. This is kind of a bug we have right now, where I don't think it'll take off again. I could be mistaken.
No, it will take off.
It will.
Yes, it will.
Oh wait, that didn't like that.
Get rid of that extra slash at the end. I don't know. Sometimes it's weird with the slashes.
Yeah. Oh, it will. Okay.
It should take off.
Sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't because it is not happy with what it does. And a trick in Gazebo is if you lose the drone at all, or if you want to like stay with the drone, on the left hand side you'll see models, and on drone you can right click, and then follow, and then it'll follow the drone. Yeah, it's a little buggy right now because I'm like half screened and I got a lot going on. But yeah, normally it runs a little smoother than this. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it, right?
That's it for this lesson. I think this is our final lesson. It was great teaching you guys about our repository.
Oh, wait.
If you haven't,
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I just want to
still
run
one
this
more
command
thing.
too. Sorry. We didn't run this command.
Oh, going to a port.
Yeah. This is another one. And in this command, we basically are just sending it a waypoint message. So these waypoints here are position. It's X, so meters north, right? Meters east.
Yeah.
And then meters down. So if I want to send it to 10 meters north of its starting position, 0 meters east, and 10 meters in the air, we would send this 10, 0, -10. If I wanted it to be 20 meters in the air, I'd do -20 because it's inverted. Basically, it's like right-hand rule, which is why it's negative. But
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a weird way to represent X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna send that, and it should go. And there we go. You can see you can see the axes right here, and it's just following it. And it's a little derpy right now because it's having trouble.
And
But that's it.
all of these commands, you see us sending with ROS2 action send _goal. You can do this with every single action topic we have to manually control the drone from the terminal.
Or you can or you can make files like this file here, and just run it through that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I think we're done. Yeah. Sorry.
All right, I think we're done. All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you guys
guys.
so much. Get developing.
If you have any questions, ask us later.
Okay, bye.